yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford in your hand?
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
I don't judge, and the old timers didn't either. Fighters chronologically as much as I do by the amount of fights they've had and the amount of punches they've taken. I judge them that way.
Because he definitely had the skill of a top five, just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He's made one of the best fighters in the weight class look like nobody.
Boxing pundits are starting to speculate what was once considered impossible, that Terence Crawford could surpass a prime Floyd Mayweather. His stunning unanimous decision victory over Canelo Alvarez to claim the undisputed super middleweight championship has fueled these whispers. Crawford earned widespread acclaim not just for the win itself, but for the manner in which he achieved it, dominating from distance, fluidly switching stances, holding his ground under relentless pressure, and blending tactical intelligence with devastating efficiency.
Crawford outboxed Canelo, made Canelo miss, stood right in front of him when he was supposed to, he moved when he was supposed to, made it look easy. He beat Canelo Alvarez better than Floyd Money Mayweather, which makes him better than Floyd Money Mayweather, in my opinion.
Experts, including Bob Arum, have suggested that Crawford's ambidexterity and comprehensive skill set make him uniquely positioned to rival or even exceed the abilities of Mayweather at his peak.
Canelo wipes the floor with him. I love Crawford. I told you when Crawford and Spence that Crawford would beat the hell out of him. But Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner.
Why do you feel he wipes the floor with him?
Why?
Is it because of the weight difference?
Because Canelo is used to fighting at a particular level, and and I don't think that Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can hurt Terence.
Do you think the welterweight Boots Ennis would stand a chance against Crawford?
I have no idea, but I know that Boots Ennis is a tremendous fighter and a great talent. Whether he'd stand a chance with Crawford, I don't really know, because at 147, Crawford is, I think, unbeatable.
The debate over who is greater, Floyd Mayweather or Terence Crawford, flared up again when Canelo Alvarez, who has faced both fighters, declared that he believes Crawford is the superior boxer. Canelo's remarks came in the wake of Crawford's unanimous decision victory over him in 2025, which earned Crawford the undisputed super middleweight championship. He highlighted Crawford's adaptability, ring intelligence, seamless guard switching, and defensive mastery as proof that Crawford may outclass even a prime Mayweather.
And he said he might be better than Mayweather. I can see it, because Crawford got a little bit of Mayweather in him, but he got the offense going on. It's not like all defense, blocking everything, points, you know. Crawford can actually hurt you. He's actually a fighter. He'll fight you. You know, he'll box you, but he'll fight you too. He ain't no joke.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. forged a legendary career, finishing with a perfect 50-0 record and earning acclaim for his unparalleled defensive skills and ability to dominate across multiple weight classes, from super featherweight to light middleweight. Renowned for his flawless footwork, lightning-fast reflexes, precise counterpunching, and uncanny knack for avoiding serious damage while controlling the fight's tempo, Mayweather cemented his legacy as one of boxing's greatest. Over his career, he captured 15 major world titles across 5 weight divisions, often facing top-tier opponents who were champions and big names in their own right during an era when competition at every level was...
Of all the fights you've had 50, who would you say was your toughest?
You got guys that punch hard and hit hard, and you got guys that come out and win a few rounds, but nothing really was tough. I've been in a boxing gym and guys have given me great sparring and great work. They say, ask whooping, you'll humble you. I go home and say, you gotta tighten up, champ. Yeah, you gotta get together, champ. And then sometimes I go home and say, is this for me? I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist. And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing. You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
the greatest of all time.
Terence Crawford boasts an undefeated record and has captured over 18 major world titles across 5 weight divisions, becoming the first male boxer to claim undisputed championships in 3 different weight classes. A skilled switch hitter, Crawford carries his power seamlessly as he moves up in weight, blending technical precision with knockout capability. He has delivered dominant performances against elite opponents, including Errol Spence Jr. and most recently Canelo Alvarez.
You know, he was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
Last question is, I know Trey, after the fight, have you feel yet the significance of this win and what it means in your legacy, your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me. You know, but for me, I knew I could do it. And I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him over here on your left?
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow. So I was blocking it, but you know, I think I was the better man.
Terence Crawford's recent showdown with Canelo Alvarez marked one of boxing's defining moments. Moving up 2 weight classes to challenge for the undisputed super middleweight titles, Crawford emerged victorious via unanimous decision after 12 grueling rounds. The judges scored the bout 116-112, 115-113, 115-113, 113-115, and 115-113 in his favor. Crawford's approach was masterful. He controlled the ring with sharp footwork, precise jabs, and perfectly timed counters, all while withstanding Canelo's power and relentless pressure. Even after suffering a cut above his right eye from an accidental headbutt, he maintained focus and never ceded momentum. This historic victory made Crawford the first male boxer in modern history to become an undisputed champion across 3 weight divisions, extended his record to 42-0, and firmly cemented his status among boxing's elite.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me. You know, but for me, I knew I could do it. And I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him over here on your left?
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow. So I was blocking it, but you know, I think I was the better man.
In a recent interview, Roy Jones Jr. placed Terence Crawford among the sport's all-time greats, highlighting the rare skill and adaptability typically reserved for Hall of Famers. Jones praised Crawford's seamless stance switching, impeccable timing, sharp ring IQ, and mastery of both offense and defense, calling him truly exceptional. While Jones acknowledged that Crawford still needed certain high-profile matchups to fully solidify his legacy, he pointed to Crawford's recent dominant performances against elite opponents as evidence that the fighter is finally living up to the immense potential his talent has long promised.
Rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
In the top 15, maybe the top 10. Because he definitely had the skill of a top 5. Just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in the weight class like nobody. pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is why I like my bud. He reminds me of what we ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for like pound for pound, that maybe Inoue, because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Jordan. Don't forget that. Bud lost to nobody. Moving up or down, he moved 3 times. He lost to nobody. Don't tell me he's better than Bud.
Keith Thurman openly praised Terence Crawford's performance, calling it a true boxing clinic where fundamentals, ring generalship, and smart tactics dominated. He highlighted how Crawford effectively used his jab, movement, angles, and distance to neutralize Canelo Alvarez's usual pressure and power advantage. Though Thurman had previously expressed concerns about Crawford moving up in weight, he admitted that Crawford's speed, timing, and composure proved decisive. Thurman also noted that Canelo appeared slower than expected and struggled to leverage his physical strength as he had in past fights. Ultimately, Thurman concluded that Crawford's victory was a masterclass in strategy and skill, emphasizing that while Canelo remains a dangerous fighter, he was outboxed in nearly every aspect of the contest.
What's up, people? It's the morning after the big fight. Crawford Canelo. Shout outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm going to let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right. Okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people. Boxing 101. Set your shots up behind the jab. Canelo froze up. He was able to minimize the pressure. Step 2, use the ring. Use the ring. Get to the outside. Make Canelo pivot. Make him pivot. Don't let his feet settle. Okay? Pick your spots. This was a notorious hit and don't get hit. That's boxing 101, people. It's actually the definition of boxing. For those who don't know the definition of boxing, it's the hit and not get hit. It's almost like a game of tag, to simplify it for you folks. All right? And yes, Crawford was tagging him. Not just with the jab, moving, but he was able to do another key factor, which is get respect in the ring. He was able to hold his ground in pockets, work the body, go toe-to-toe, and catch him with that speed. Bop! With that speed, the straight left, the little uppercuts and the hooks to the body. Like I said, people, it was a